So Mrs. Just Pearly Things. If you don't know her, you know a lot of people were referring to her as the female Andrew Tate. She is a podcaster who advocates for men, and she goes up on a panel and talks to women and basically does what a lot of these men podcasts do, but she's the woman version of what a lot of these podcasters do. But she's been receiving a lot of backlash for some racist claims, for some of her opposing views, and essentially dodge and smoke. And what happens in this video here, there's a lady named Sarah Gonzales who's been, back and forth with her. She doesn't really want smoke with her. She doesn't want no smoke with her, period, right? And so she made a tweet about 16-year-olds being attractive, more attractive than 26-year-olds or something like of that nature. And she's been dodging it. But based off of her whole platform, you can't really make those kind of accusations, because then it's like you're calling minors attractive. But she gets in this situation and these people put her on the spot where she can't run away from the smoke no more. She's been really good at running away from the smoke. So I'm gonna let y'all take a look at this.
We wanted to bring on a colleague that you called a whore online, Sarah Gonzales. You said she has a big opening and that you could throw a hot dog down a hallway. Is that how you described her?
I don't think so. I don't know what I said.
How did she describe her, Jimmy? As
definitely not that.
Are you sure?
They argued over age and attractiveness and all that fun stuff.
No, she insulted me. I just said 25-year-olds are hotter than 35-year-olds, and she really wanted to prove to me her hotness. So she just started sending me her selfies. I was like, wow, what a gal.
She's hot though, right?
It's just not bad looking.
You don't think Sarah Gonzales is attractive?
No, I don't think
she was on the Right Wing Beer calendar. She's definitely hot.
She's hot.
I just think, I think it's weird when grandmas start tweeting their selfies.
She's not a grandmother.
No, I think it's weird when like old ladies start like tweeting at me their selfies. I don't get it. Why don't you?
So right now she's being a little bit evasive. And I don't consider her an old lady, Sarah Gonzales. And I think that the background of this context is, in the red pill manosphere, they have this big talking point where, younger girls tend to get the guys, and as women get older, they hit the wall. I mean, which things are true. The biological clock does tick, but it's a heavy talking point of as to why this conversation started with the 25-year-old women are more attractive than the 35-year-old woman. But at times there could be women who are a bit older that are more attractive than a young girl. So it kind of goes vice versa. Some young girls don't take care of their body; they be washed up. So not everything is always true, but more commonly than less. Yes, young girls have more of a glow. They have more of a high spirit. A lot of older women either have went through a lot of things, so they become shielded and guarded off, and they feel they appear as less innocent, which makes them appear to a man as less submissive and more willing to submit to, I guess, his authority, quote unquote, depending on what your version of submissive is in a relationship. So this is kind of the history of where this 25-year-old women are more attractive than older women. And I don't think when you talk about being attractive, it's all generally based off of how somebody looks, because attraction is more or less like, yes, how you feel, but it's also an energy thing. You know what I'm saying? Everything plays in a part as to why some may feel young girls are more attractive than older women.
You have, like,
trying to own you, though.
Well, don't you have like a husband and kids to like impress? Like, what's the?
Sorry, young women are more attractive than older women.
This is the thing. This is in this.
So there. See, no. I want you to read this tweet.
Okay.
Where did I insult her?
Let me read it.
You're less attractive.
Oh, yes, you're less attractive at 35 than at 25 as a woman. This used to be common sense 50 years ago.
I mean, I guess in a way, technically, yeah, you're younger or whatever. But I think if you're fat at 25 and you get thin at 35, aren't you?
Yeah, but that's you ruining your youth. That's not like that's like you had the opportunity to be an 8 and you were a 4 because you were fat.
I mean,
or whatever it is.
Yeah, I guess
it doesn't mean you're like we see the wrinkles, we see the Botox, we see the lip filler, we see the pound of makeup. Like no one's blind. I'm not even talking about her, but just in general.
Well, we got her to do a video question. Come on, let's play the question.
All right.
Hey, Pearl, Sarah Gonzales
Oh,
here. Unfortunately, I wish that I could be meeting you in person. I'm told that you didn't want to do that in studio. So I thought that I would go ahead and ask you about your statement that 16-year-old minors are more attractive than adult women. Have you always been attracted to minors? Have you sought help for this? Obviously, this is a big problem, and I look forward to your response.
Ball's in your court. What do you say to that, Pearl?
Where did I say I'm attracted to minors?
I never said that.
Now you see how people who are good at debating and they learn these things, she tries to use direct communication, like, oh, because I didn't say I'm attracted to minors, like literally didn't say it. How does it apply to me? Like, it's kind of like, I didn't say that. Like, I didn't say I was attracted. I just said 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks. But when you say something like this, a minor is a minor regardless. So comparing a 16-year-old to a 26-year-old, it's kind of crazy. And when you from that red pill atmosphere, you have all these facts, you gotta be careful what you say. But I'm gonna let her tell y'all better than I can say it.
That's it. This is all allegedly. This is all in a video game on Minecraft.
Well, to be honest, I'll tell you what inspired that tweet. And I've talked about this before.
1.2 million views.
Yeah, no. It was basically that when I was 16, I was better looking than at 26. I was 26 when I tweeted that. So it wasn't based on anyone else.
See, he feels the same way that everyone else is feeling, like, yo, bro, you gonna sit here and try to fool us, like you talking about your 16-year-old self, knowing how you are, the world you're in, and how people are waiting for you to say something wrong. You're gonna say broadly 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks with no context. That's still general. That's still super broad. Kind of like how you were like, when did I say I was attractive? Well, when did you say you were hotter at 16 than you were at 26? People could take this and run aloof with it. You weren't specific.
You know, and even if you look at the obesity stats, there's more people at 26 that are obese. So
Say that again?
even if you look at the obesity stats, more people are obese by 26.
Wow.
16
What does that
is
have
a
to-
minor, by the way? So that's also like
Wow, yeah, that okay. Come on.
What do you mean? So are you an
Come
Asian? Are you
on.
an
no, but it's funny. It's like disingenuous because women will do.
See, she definitely skipped over that. Now, my understanding, 18 is when you're no longer minor. I think that in Europe they have different rules, but you know better than that. You know what the rules are. So to just do that is crazy, to try to just divert the conversation, talk about obesity, but not really came up to what, like how weird that looks. Not even say, I know that sounds weird, but this is what I meant. Not even do that. It's crazy.
Do this, but why isn't she protesting the laws? She's just doing it to be catty. Go protest the laws then. You're so concerned, right?
Well, Sarah
Go
does,
do it.
Sarah does do
Go
a lot
do
of
it.
activism about like drag queen story time.
What's your plan?
Well, Pearl, Alex, am I allowed to ask a producer
Yeah,
question?
you're allowed to ask
Yeah.
producer
Okay.
question.
When you tweet stuff like that,
Mhm.
are you trying to deliberately evoke a response and get engagement? Because some of the stuff you tweet, I'm like, I feel like she probably doesn't believe this or might half believe it, but she knows it's going to piss off a lot of people and get people to like tweet selfies. So what's the real game here?
What do you mean?
Well, like, do you tweet stuff?
She knows exactly what it
Even if
means.
you purposely bait tweet,
Yeah.
like, say that, like, that that's a controversial statement, but you know it's going to make people like Sarah interact.
No, I just tweet. I don't
Just
really put a
tweet.
lot of-
No-
I just tweet.
She just tweets.
No thought behind it.
And
Just
16 is the age of consent a lot of places.
well, let's not get on the topic of that. That's just not a good look.
Why not? You can't talk about laws.
You know what? People are gonna clip this.
I'm not into it. I'm not into 16-year-olds, dude.
That's good. Thank you. Now that you said it out loud, it's made it weirder. It's kind of implied you weren't into.
Yeah, let's go check out the comments because, like, look, even my issue is the 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks. Grown people should not be getting with 16-year-olds. So to me, it's like, yo, if you're just tweeting, but you're smart enough to go against 5 women on the podcast, do all these statistics and have all these facts when you speak and be so articulate and debate some great minds, why are you just tweeting with no purpose? Why are you saying things that 16-year-olds are hotter than 26-year-olds when there's actually real pedophiles out there? Why not put any thought into this? Why not say, hey, I'm not advocating that you should, embrace this, but this is just a thought. Why not clear it up? Why leave it with no context? Say, I just tweet as if you are just an ignorant person with no conscience and no intellect. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Pearl is wrong. Perspective is everything. To a 35-year-old man that isn't a pedo, a 35-year-old woman is often more attracted to him than a 25-year-old woman. Someone with a healthy mind would have perspective of their own age, and their mind would compensate and see a woman 10 years younger than him as a child and unattractive to him. Many will disagree with me, as do many of the comments already here. I'm just saying a healthy 35-year-old man will see a woman closer to his age as more attractive, just as when you're 25, you saw a 35-year-old woman as an old lady. When you are 35 yourself, it is as if things look different. Your eyes and minds are adjusted, and you still see a true beauty of a woman close to your own age. I do agree. I always ask these questions. My brother's 21, and I'm always like, would I ever be able to talk to a girl who was like 19? You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. And then when I'm 35 and I see like these girls bragging about relationships when they're 22 and their significant other is 40, I'm like, what type of conversations are you having as a 40-year-old man with a 22-year-old? What type of conversations can you even have? To me, I always thought it was genuinely creepy when, if you're 40, maybe finding someone 27, 30, 32, but to run around dating 21-year-olds and 22-year-olds, to me, it's just the natural instinct of like, are you 19? You 18? Oh, girl. Like, there's still 18-year-olds out here with braces, bro. There's still 19-year-olds out here with braces. Some of them are still in college dorms, asking their mom and dad for groceries. And then you have the other ones who grew up too fast and trying to attract these old men because their brain is lost. So they have tight clothes on. They're getting BBLs. They're getting lip fillers. Then you have the other ones who look their age and they still have acne and braces. To me, it's extremely strange the times that we're in. It's really, 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 really weird. We gotta be super, super careful, man. On any given day, yes, a younger woman may be more attractive because they have more of a weight to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Their skin is a lot better. Everything may be better, essentially. But to break it down, when you really think about it, it's like, who can you really be with? All the older guys dating young girls, super young girls. I think you're kind of creepy, bro. But that's just my thought. In a certain world, it's a normal thing. But yes, a younger girl may be attractive, but to actually have relations with them and long-term commitments and make them push out children for you and try to have them as your partner and your lover and go through this thing called life together, it's kind of strange when you guys have a 15-year age gap and last year she was in a dorm. I don't know. To me, that's kind of insane. But you guys let me know your thoughts about that.